Recording and started my video again. So we have seen this email in on, right? So we are clear with that. So now let's create one more by ourselves. Yeah, before going to that, okay. I will give like Gautam inbound create incident active incident type. I'm keeping this one. Okay. Then I'm not changing here anything. Just I will change his. I will give 80 here. So it will run before this already existing. I'm expecting that it should run before that already existing inbound action. Okay, because this is the execution order, and I will check this stop processing, and I'm not giving any conditions. And one thing I will set from here, that is caller, because instead of writing code, directly set from here. Okay. So then current dot short underscore description is equal to email dot subject. Okay, then current dot description is equal to email dot body underscore email dot body underscore text. Sorry, text. Let's verify here if I have given correct or not. Email dot body underscore text and email dot subject. So okay, fine. So we are just setting three fields, that is caller, short description, and description. Okay. Okay. Now we will try to send an email. What was the email ID? This dev email ID. I'm giving us new issue, new mouse issue. So this should go in short description and this should show in go in description. So let's check if that works. So I'm sending. So that's all. We have created a simple inbound action. And you might ask me like, why are we setting, why are we giving script here? You can even set from here also, like short description. You can directly set from here, like from email subject, and you can even set description from email body. You can even do that, or in some condition, if that is not working, then you can write your script. Anything is fine. Okay. And we had 96, I guess. So let's check if new thing got created or not. Sorry, we now have 97, right? So we will check if something new got created on today. Filter it. So nothing got created for now. So let's wait for 2 to 5 minutes. So let's see if that creates something. And one more thing, not related to email inbound or anything, but you can see that updates field. So if your incident is like, it will count like how many times this incident got updated, like how many times it got saved, any changes. So it will go on like 1, 2, 3, how many times you made changes on that. Okay. So in real time cases, there are some reports also which managers see. Like they will check if these updates are more than 10 or not. Like 10 means you are just doing rework on same incident, so that is a performance issue of IT desk people, right? So in such conditions they will even check if that how many times that user that person is updating same incident. Okay. So this is for that purpose. And there should be one more field also, I think recount or something. We will check even that. Okay. So this is the new incident which got created from our new email inbound action. And you can see short description is new issue and description is new mouse issue, which we have given. And caller field also we have set, right? So that is system administrator. Okay. And you might think like, why is this priority 5, why state is new, why category is new, sorry, inquiry, we have not set anything, but why still these are coming? So while creating priority, we will give some default priority. If we create anything, any email, sorry, any incident, it should have anything default, right? So this is by default. And anything like anytime we create an incident, this is the default state, and this is the default category. We I will open and show you like how we set that default also in few minutes. And these all things are common, like these are system fields, right? Updated, updated by, created, created by. These are based on our system updates, so nothing to do here. So let me open this so I can show you why that default fields are getting set. So let's start with state. So go to that and configure dictionary. So here we have this default one, and in default you can see that we have given value 1. Value 1 is for new, so defaultly it will be in new state even if you don't give anything. Okay. So same will same with priority, and same with category also. We will check category also, like what is the default, and because of this it was setting this one. So here you can see default value is inquiry. So that is why it is setting inquiry as default category. So clear? Like, are you clear with email inbound action and about this default fields also?
Gautam, if you want to reply to the user from this incident, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regarding that,
Mm-hmm.
so from where we can send the reply to the user from this incident?
Yeah. For that you have to create new email inbound, because we have inbound only for incident creation, right? But we don't have anything for email reply. So for that we have to create new one. Inbound action, and I will close. Where was that? I will make that false, like a default one. I will make this false. Okay. So this was the one we created. Now I will create one more for update. Gautam incident update. I'm giving this name. The same, nothing to do here. And making this active. When to run, nothing I'm giving here. And reply, I'm just giving reply here. Type is reply now. So what I will set, I will just set description. I'm not doing anything, just to showcase you example. Email updated, or else update inbound action. So in same way you can update any field, like assign to some category, short category, anything you can update. Okay, just for example I'm updating this one. So save. So this was the incident, like 168, which I got when incident got created, right? So I will reply to this now. reply. I am saying hello, hello to, just for our understanding. Okay. So reply to that. Then go to your emails. It should be 67. Yeah. And that should have RE and 67. So let's wait for a few seconds. Yeah, sorry, that is here. RE reply and to this incident's email. So now let's go to this incident, and I'm like we have modified this this one, right? Yeah, you can see already it got updated, like update email action, and you can see this is system administrator has modified this. So how I modified using email. Got it?
Yes, coach.
So if you don't have inbound action for reply, it will not work. So for that, you have to surely create. Okay. And one more thing also, inbound actions. Incident. And this is compulsory question asked you in interview, like what is email inbound and what is email outbound. So you have to tell this. Okay. And they will surely ask you types also, that new, reply, and forwarded. So I'm opening this. Okay. So in real time, this will be not that easy. Like we can't directly set type is equal to reply and it won't work. So there we have to give something like it should contain this one. Only after that it should update this, something like that. Like subject contains, or body contains. Body contains some word. Contains. Sorry. Like word reopen. If you have in real time example, like if body contains reopen in it, then like user story, like whenever we reply and we have body as reopen, we should reopen the incident. Like if that is closed, we have to reopen that. So if there we will check these conditions. If body has this word, only after that we will reopen. Okay. So in such case, in such scenarios, you can have multiple inbound for reply, like one for like if body has open, like if body has update, something like that. And you can have different inbound actions. Clear? Sharath, Rohit,
Yes.
Sai. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes, coach.
Yes. Bank details for me, sir.
Okay, fine. So we have done with this inbound and outbound. We will complete this email properties today, and we will see this event and notification in tomorrow's class. And this also email, outbound email also, we will see that in detail in tomorrow's class. Okay. So for now, email properties. So go to your email properties. Okay, so there we have these options like outbound. These are for outbound email configurations, and all these are for email inbound configurations. So what is the difference? Like if you want, like if you are working on dev instance and we don't want users to get emails, right? So at that time you can make this false. So if you make this false, that users emails will not go outside service now. Okay, so that is the purpose. And same inbound, like if you are working on your dev instance, like we are developing, right? So that time also you don't want any user to send you any emails. So, nothing should happen. So just make this inactive. So if you make this inactive, mails will not go out, like it will not go to users. And same with this. And for email, like if you are doing development and if you want to check like how actually users are getting emails, so you can like you can give some email ID here, some statically. Only this person will receive email, like if that is of email like able tutor or anything. But only this user this email ID will get all the emails just for checking purpose. Okay. And here you can see, send all the email to this test email address, non-production testing. So clear? And just remember, like even if you are doing development in future as ServiceNow developer, in dev test environment, stage environment, always this should be false. Okay. Only in production it should be true. Okay. Else you are testing like dev test, or there you are testing, right? So all like a user will receive all the emails. So for that purpose. And these are just that inbound, like reply, accepted, decline, all those things also. Like what are the subjects, like how you want to identify if that is email inbound. So based on this, like RE, accepted, tentative, decline. So these are the keywords. Like how you want to understand if that is a forward email. You can see identify email as a forward by this subject prefix. So you are giving FWD. So if that has these words, only after that it will accept it as forward. Okay. So clear, we have already discussed on this, right? On this and on this also. So this is about reply. If it has all this, it will accept as reply. If it has these keywords, then it will accept as a forward. So same thing. And this remaining thing, nothing to modify. These are all the out of box. Even if we try to modify, we will not understand. Like we don't understand like what are the SMTP servers. So no, don't change anything. Just change till now. Just we need to modify this one, make those true. And if you need any email ID for testing purpose, then just modify this. And this sum, like if you want to create visible watermark, like we are getting that reference ref something number on the bottom, right? So that is for that purpose. Create visible watermark in send email. If false, create invisible watermark. Like if a user want to see that or not, it will surely send that watermark, but it should be visible or not. This is for that purpose. Okay. So clear with this basic configurations? And don't change anything, this on bottom things. Clear? Any queries?
Clear, good.
Okay. So only these we have this for email inbound, and these are email properties. So email inbound and outbound is compulsory topic, at least for 1 or 2 years experience. For 3-4 years, they will surely not ask this because this is basic. But if you are just going with 1 or 2 years experience, they will surely ask you like what is email inbound action and what is in outbound. So you have to explain them what is the difference. Okay, first of all, they will expect you what is the difference. Okay, and then they will ask you like what are the types in that. So we answer should be new, reply, and forward. Okay, so that are the only 2 things they will mostly ask you. And that email accounts, that SMTP, POP. Okay, and next thing is email property. They will not ask you about email properties, but every developer should know about this email. Like because if you are in like as I told, if you have this active in your dev instance, all the users will get emails. Okay, and that will be like a escalation. So for that purpose, every developer should know about email properties. So clear about email inbound action? Clear, right? And if
Yeah.
you want to
Yes, clear.
explore, yes, if you want to explore all the remaining email objects also, like what is email.direct, email.to, email.copied, you can try that from here. Like you just give this email.copied and it will get all the CC people in that. Okay, so all those things you can explore from there here, and I am giving you this link. Okay, so that's all for today. Tomorrow we will see like what is event and what is notification. And from Monday, my friend will take classes about service catalog for whole week, like from Monday till Saturday. Okay, it will take around 5 to 6 days. And after that, again, I will continue my topics. Clear?
Okay, boss.
Yeah, and I will ask my friend to send all the invitation, Zoom invitation from email. So please drop your email IDs to me again in chat, so I can forward that to my friend, and she will like she is a girl, so she will send you all the notifications, all like meeting invites in email. Okay. And I
Okay.
think time she will choose, if 9 to 10 or 10 to 11, she will inform us. Okay, fine. Okay, then. Thank you. That's all for
Okay.
today.
Bye.
Chalo, bye bye.